Scorpio, how you doing? Okay, so I made a bit of a boo-boo with your reading that I've pretty much just done. So when I pretty much turned off the camera to record again, I pretty much hit delete. So I do apologise, and the last thing I hate doing is putting your cards away and then actually having to redo it when the cards are already there, because they're the ones that came out. So this is your karmic cluster reading, okay, but it's you versus them. It's a mirroring spread. So pretty much to quickly explain, a long time ago, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual, okay? Now, within a cycle that I've explained in a lot of other videos that I do, okay, God always sent Jesus and his disciples a message and said, don't go around them, go through them, okay? So pretty much these are lanes, but these are boulders that got separated as they started to hack the way through, separate everything, so you have separation and avoidance, okay? Karmic clusters and soul groups of people, interconnections, okay, of a cycle. Went through them, don't go around fear, go through it. Your north and south node and your MC, your IC and north and south node of your wheel of fortune, okay? But it sent those disciples and they pretty much hacked away and then made towns, villages here, and you can go around here and you can hit red light, green light, red light, and it puts you back on your path of where you are with the karmic cluster. It pulls people in denial, leads you into temptation, all that kind of stuff, and then you just go through fear and you walk through your karma. You walk it as you go along your timeline. So then it started to create the matrix, things that happen in the mind, spiritual awakenings, all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of made up a new kind of different project that I'm just working on. But this is the Tower of New Vision, okay? But I will explain further as we go along, but I didn't want to put your cards away because your cards are your cards. So we're just going to go with it at the moment. So this side, you've got this person and this person, but they can interconnect and interchange, and I do have a lot of visions through these, so I'll give you every variable that I can, okay? But this person here, so this is very spiritual because it's 8, okay? So Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and it can be you or them, but this is 8, okay? So what I've always said is that someone's building to perfect our lives, to work on our art and perfect our lives, okay? Give us one more hour of magic. So some of you could be into magic, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, because I picked this up in a Libra reading, so I don't know if you're interconnected with a Libra, but Libra had this here, and that's what made me say that again. Give us an hour for magic, but this is like 8. So listening to yourself, this is you that's working real hard on a project, but this is also you behind the other side of the veil that gives you the next notch of what it is that you need to work on. So it's the Akashic records, but it's like you listen to the universe, you know, 8 of the chakra of 8. So you're working real hard on something like a project, crafting something, either something very spiritual or literally just working on yourself, but to build up career, finances and work. Building a project, chiseling yourself out. This is also the ego, okay? It can also be the ego because it's disintegrating the ego that comes through as the Akasha that tells you how to break through your ego. So parts of the reading, okay, within soulmate clusters and groups, okay? Now this is how this pretty much works. What karmic people are about, or karmic situations within clusters of groups of people, is the ego, okay? That's what draws in the attraction of law of attraction, okay? Now what you call in and can call in of other people that can call in through denial, which is the ego, so it's the mind. So when the mind starts to be over analytical, that's the ego. So the soul cries for another lesson from another karmic situation in life because the ego wasn't strong enough to be broken down to put you on your path of where you go. Saturn, karma, it doesn't care. It's not a planet. It's not feeling. It doesn't care. It just cares about your wheel of fortune of where you need to go. So if you have ego, okay, of either side or wherever, karmic chrysalises can be called in, and that's why it's a karmic cluster. Because if you're in denial and you have ego and you don't release and you lie or deceive or deception or of 7 yourself, okay, it pulls in. So this is where this kind of comes into where I try to add everything in, okay? So that's a quick description. I know people get a bit with me trouble. I have to perform my art and perfect my life. Okay. So this is like the Guinness Book of Records. So it's like the Akashic records. It's, you know, come on down. So it could be to do with the Akashic records is what I'm picking up. But you've got Sagittarian energy this side, okay? But the first card out is always the strongest. So You do have a very spiritual connection with someone, okay? Two sides of the story that are going to come out straight away. So let's reposition this for you. But you've got an interconnection with someone, which is 8. So it's like the dream. So this is like the twin flame soulmate kind of energy also, okay? But 2 of cups, which held within temperance. So mixing fire with water, okay? But, so there could be some kind of cross comparison there. But this is like the dream of like connecting with someone psychically, visionally, within empathic, with being an empath. This is also an empath because you get to pick up on signs and symbols and synchronicities of numbers and patterns and things that are fed through the Akashic records that show you your path of what you build up. So it's also very spiritual, a very spiritual connection, okay? But someone could be, because this is major arcana, this could be someone that's trying to temper their temper. They're trying to control their temper, maybe. They're trying to control their temper by testing the water, is what I'm picking up. Testing the water. Testing ground, testing water. Could be an earth sign, could be a fire sign, water sign. Earth sign, water sign, fire sign, or that mix within someone's chart, or just general energy that's being portrayed in this reading. Okay, so this is from the 13th until the end of May, if I didn't say. But yeah, there's definitely an interconnection. So more onto this person. So you've got 8 again, 8 again. So that's 2 8s. So 2 8s are 16, 6 and 1 is 7, okay? Which can lead us into temptation, but it's always checking and balancing yourself. It always talks about your life path number 7, but everybody's life path number of 7, okay? Because the 7 of Cups is the dark passenger, which is the ego. It's the dark side that leads us into temptation, okay? That through being religious, some people could be religious. But this is like walking away. This is like, but you can walk away. This is searching for the dream. Okay, so I have a higher calling also, but it's searching for something like Gemini, Virgo, Gemini, water sign. But I have a journey. I have a spiritual journey to go on. But I'm walking away from something. I'm trying to perform my art and perfect my life. Someone here could be tempting or tempted. Either tempting or tempted. Because you've got walking away and working on yourself, work, finances, career. Also 7, working on yourself, listening to yourself, very spiritual side. Very spiritual side. Because that's 2 8s back to back. Okay. Then you've got the 2. So you've got the 2, which is decision, which is thought. Either way you look at it, right, someone's making a decision. So when they're making a decision and you are caught within a karmic cluster or soulmate relationship, okay, when they're thinking, you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. Okay, they're thinking of you, you're thinking of them. So that can lead this side into like denial, because this person could be juggling, because they have a decision to make over something. Okay, because they're thinking and thinking and thinking. It could, all right, this is something maybe to do with travel and distance, and that could be the separation. But they're also thinking, so it's drawing the energy also of this one to think more, which is why they're probably walking away, because this one could be tempted outside of the relationship, because they're either one thinking of this energy but also thinking of another way to go. It's 2 directions, it's a path. Which path do I choose? With someone else or with someone from the past? Okay, this is someone that's in front that they have a connection with. Okay, the Ace of Wands of an opportunity, but also one that's behind. So it could be someone that's behind them also. Okay, like someone from their past. Or they're having trouble getting over their past because they are still thinking, which is mirroring the fact that this person now is probably led into illusion or delusion, because this person is like juggling, which is the 2 of Cups there with held within temperance, and then the 2 of Wands here. So but either this is the karmic cluster, you see, because you are definitely interconnected with whoever it is. You're interconnected because you've got 2 8s, which is like the 8 of Wands, okay? The 8 of Wands, which makes the 2 of Wands here, which is the 10, which is like an ending, but also a burden also. And you've got birds here, birds. Flying high, you know how I feel. Dreams drifting on by, you know how I feel. Dreams drifting on by. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Someone could be wanting a new life, maybe, I'm not sure. Muse sang that as well. They've done a good copy of that, Muse. So we could see you as your muse. But anyway, let's go on. So you've got Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Normally Pisces, but this could be you. Also, we've got Scorpio new moon. Is it coming up? Full moon, new moon, very soon. But this could be the delusion, you see. This could be the illusion, because you've got 16, which is 7, which is the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and so on and so forth. So it can either just mean Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it can mean because there's illusion, because you're juggling and balancing, I'm now like in where I'm now like, this is why I'm walking away, because you constantly seem to be, because there's no real communication, not proper communication. It's more thinking, like drawing, like karmic cluster is what I'm saying, is if you always, doesn't matter about this card, okay? If you can't get over your past or anything like that, you concentrate more on past than gain, like losses and gains, okay? But this is still thinking. So if there's two paths that one person here has, which could be a Sagittarius or fire sign, okay? Two paths. You can never have two paths in life. If you're in denial and you constantly want two paths and you constantly stay where you're just constantly juggling and tempering and balancing and wondering and feeling and not saying, and which can lead into temptation, and denial leads you into temptation, calls in karmic soulmate cluster. Okay. So you've got Virgo. So you've got two major arcanas this side and one here. So because you've got 2 and 2 here, it's kind of like a 4, okay? Which can be like healing, but also stubborn, but also 11-11 of a calling, but can also be like a dark side calling, because you've got the darkness here also, which is like suppressing feelings. But you've also got maybe Pisces here, which is the opposite sign to Virgo, which is searching and yearning. But it's more of a pulling. Someone's pulling away and someone's walking away and pulling away. So it's kind of mirroring. This person here is very spiritual because they're listening to themselves and they're working on themselves, and they are listening to their ego, okay, which can be creating fear from this one, because what they're probably juggling and balancing could well be either Sagittarius or a Virgo. This is my card of you're searching for something that's already found us, okay, found you. So Virgo energy, you're constantly searching for a higher calling or a higher spiritual calling, but it's always right in front of you, which is the light, which is your karma, okay. So it can be something karmic, meaning that if you're in denial and you're suppressing feelings and emotions of a low vibration, maybe, okay, that is the decision that will call in, because this can be like also denial. This can be someone that's in denial, that suppresses feelings, thoughts and emotions. Doesn't just have to be Virgo, it can, but it can be like a general energy of that someone's embodying, because it's making a choice and a decision. Do I go back to the past, or do I go to the future, or do I go back to someone to the past, or literally someone that I've also just met? That's why I'm picking up. I don't know. Could be either this side, this could be someone's chart or your whole chart, and it can be interconnected within you, because you are interconnected through visions and thoughts and dream state. And this is also like the dream state, but this is also two that lies between, that's kind of here, that's the separation and avoidance, because someone, Sagittarian energy depends, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It can be a masculine version that's in a woman's body, or it can be a woman's body that is feminine, or either way, you know what I'm saying, right? So Sagittarian energy can also sometimes be known as the player, okay, can be more male than female, it really does depend. But you've got someone that is like juggling, which is 2 of Wands, because it's juggling between either a Sagittarius or a Virgo. Now they could have this all in their chart, or this is what's causing this side to walk away, because there's too much hidden, and this person is listening to themselves. 8 and 8 working on themselves. 7, which is listening to yourself, okay, working on yourself, listening to yourself, listening to higher calling, of spiritual calling, of also thinking, this person's still also thinking about this person, that because the communication's whack of where this person is, could be in denial, and this could be denial, and that could be them that's in denial, but it could also be because they're in denial, that's what they're going to find, which is right in front of them, which could be of a low vibration of the soul cluster, because this person's decided to actually walk away. But this is this time factor. This is not a major arcana. This is like, well, we've got stuff that's built up, but I've got a calling. So it can be like Gemini, Virgo also, you know, or Aquarius or water sign. But this is like, well, I have no choice. I'm walking away because I have to work on myself, my spiritual calling, perfect my craft, my art, because there's too much that's hidden and suppressed. You're not speaking, talking, and it's leading me into temptation, and well, more of illusion than temptation. This is more of illusion because it's things that are hidden, okay? Hidden. And because this is someone that's hiding something, it's going this way. This energy is constantly going this way, okay? But this energy is like still searching for something. So it could be that someone's still searching for that 1%, the profit. This is like a prophecy, but profit. Like, I'm still looking for profit, gain. Losses and gains, because of a loss and a gain. Also, like, it could be a low vibration, which can be calling in karmic criticism. You know, if you're always true to yourself, whichever end of scale you are, if you're always true to yourself, okay, and you're a very caring, honest and giving person, and you only ever choose one person or one path, you know that whatever it is that's in your mind or illusion, if this person isn't like constant with thoughts, feelings and emotions, because you've got the two here, it's this one that's in denial. Whoever this side is, this person here is in denial, straight up, okay? That can be leading a mirror of this one being in illusion, because you've got this. It can be the Seven of Cups, which is like the ego of this one is making this one walk away, because you've just got separation. There's no like truth, communication of truth. But this one's very spiritual, of listening to themselves, of like listening to their intuition. You know, listening to their intuition. Could be tarot card readers, all that kind of esoteric, anything that way. You know, where this is kind of like the chasing and the running. It's like, well, I've done my days. The dark days are over. But like, I've done my days in chasing. So this is like, I'm searching for a dream. I'm searching for my actual person that gives me what it is that I deserve for working hard and working on myself all the time. Constantly working on myself, which could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Constantly working on myself, and I'm done chasing the dragon, because like fire, chasing the dragon, which can be like codependency, drug. And because this person, whichever way you look around of it, this person here is deciding and juggling too. Which path is it that I take? Because there's separation. There is separation. Someone here is also going through a separation, because this is like two. Also like a separation. Mind, body and soul. Separation. Okay. Wow. So you got 20 minutes there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go over to on Vimeo. Listen, it is literally $2 or $3. Okay. But I have to earn a living. I have to pay tax on everything that I do. And the VAT on Vimeo is very expensive. Okay. That's why I have to do it. But all the, and it's like $2, I think. Okay. To see the rest of the reading. But all the questions that I ask, there are 7 questions, I think, or 6 or 7 questions, and I've put them all in the bio box below. Everything has all been changed, and it's all now in the description. It's going to be updated from now on, okay? But there'll be 6 to 7 questions that I'll ask that will dive more into variables of everything, finishing the reading, and then also doing your karmic cluster reading, okay? So I'll do everything here that I'm going to do, but I will also do your cluster reading, which is going to be all the questions that are listed below, okay? And it will be in your bi-weekly reading. Now, there are prices there for personal readings that I am doing at the time. If you want a personal reading, okay, the prices are there. All the links are below. Anything else? Yeah, thanks for all your support and everything that everyone's done and said. And this Buddha is actually here. This was my brother's. This was my brother's. So my brother passed, if a lot of you didn't know, if you haven't watched that, but my brother passed a couple of 3 days ago. And this was his. You know, I actually had my first tarot card reading with him, with someone that was a medium when I was a child, okay, which was a future spread, future reading, past, present, and future. But this was his. Yeah, so it's Buddha. Stay Buddha. Stay. So spiritual. Someone could be, that could be a sign. Someone could be very spiritual. Okay. But either way, you're still connected because you've got like soulmate energy. So it's definite soulmate energy. But yes, it's like $2 or $3, I think, and it's in the description. It'll be on your bi-weekly, and like I said, everything is in the description for you to have a quick look at if that's what you want to do. If not, I'll hopefully see you in May, June. Okay. All right, Scorpio, peace. Hopefully see you soon.